What is up, YouTube? Okay, you thought this day would never come, but here we are. I'm getting ready for my first track day of the season here at PIR. It's hosted by Track Nights in America. I'm doing a quick oil change on the STI. The track day starts at 2 p.m. today. I live about 30 minutes away, so that should be more than enough time to get things set up. It is raining, so I'm actually going to switch out the 200 tread wheel tires that are on my car right now for my Michelin Pilot Sport 4S's that are a little better in the rain. As you can see right there by this, whoa, super dark, by this mess of stuff over here, that's all the stuff I'm bringing to the track. So we're getting ready, and I'll just bring you guys along with me, like a little vlog style for the track. If you can't tell, I'm super excited. I've been waiting for this for months. All right, while my oil is draining, I'm actually gonna just be benchside here and pre-fill my oil filter. You know, if you love it, you lube it. Always make sure to mark what mileage you're replacing at, just so that you know for the next guy. Where is my oil? There it is. And then once I'm done pre-filling this oil filter, I'm actually gonna zip off my 200 tread wheel tires, the Advans, and then I'm gonna put on the Michelins. Because like I said, it's supposed to be rain today. It's a little dry right now. It was raining last night, but the track's gonna be cold, so you know, better safe than sorry. And I only got one set of tires, or I can only carry one set of tires in the STI. Which is the tires that it drives in on. But yeah, let's get ready. Let's bring you over here. You see that? Boom. Dynamic range. All right, we're back in business. Also, you'll notice that maybe the audio quality is a little better this time. And that's because I decided to finally use my Rode mics, which I mainly only used for recording engine bay and exhaust notes. But I figured, honestly, why not use it so that you guys get better audio quality? All right, I'm gonna get the other side loose as well. And actually, I'm bringing you with me. If you can't tell, I'm very excited. All right, let's stage you guys up. Yeah, that looks sick. And I guess while I'm taking this off, you guys are watching me. I did record a what to bring to the track video. Oh, are you seeing that? That's gross. Sorry, I got distracted. This is really gross. I don't know what that is. Yeah, but what I was saying is I filmed a what to bring to the track video for anybody who's this is your first time, or if you know, you're a little nervous about going to the track, don't know what to bring, how to act. But I think it's a pretty good video. If you haven't seen it already, please go watch it. But yeah, let's get new tires. All right. Now let's make sure that the rotation on this is right. Is there a rotation indicator on here? I can't tell. Oh well. Looks like this is most likely right. I'm just gonna put this on here. And before you guys get all shocked, yeah, that's right. I got Advans and BBS wheels on this bad bitch. Don't be broke. Get your money up. Nah, I'm just playing. These are the stock BBS wheels that come on an STI. And the Advans were actually free from my buddy P&W Wheel Drive, who actually is a Hyundai enthusiast. So he tracks his Hyundai Elantra N, and he runs the N Club here in Pacific Northwest. It's actually a pretty sweet little club. You guys should check it out if you guys got a Hyundai or looking to get into a cheap track car. That's actually one thing that I will say is stock. Those Hyundais they're fast, and they're a lot of fun. They get good fuel economy. They're comfortable. You can really tell that, you know, it's a bunch of ex-BMW M race engineers that are on the team that's developing that platform. They did a really good job, you know, respect on the name. But enough yip-yapping and more tire changing. So let's set you guys down here. Boom, another stellar shot. Ah. So like I said, I'm pretty stoked about this track day. For as close as I live to Portland International Raceway, I've actually never raced there. I've only ever raced at the Ridge and at ORP, which are like 3 and 4 hours away respectively. So being able to just drive like 20 minutes to the track is pretty sweet, and I'm excited to be able to do it. Yeah, let's get this off. It's also on like a Friday, so today's Friday, getting this ready. And it starts at, the track day I think officially starts at like 4 or something. So, kind of awesome that, you know, I don't have to take, you know, a day or two off work just to go to the track. You know, I can get prepped in the morning right before work and then head over. And then, you know, by 9 p.m., I'm already back snoozing in my little bed. And I can sleep in on Saturday, which I really appreciate. All right, let's get these zipped on. Whoop. Don't worry, I'm gonna torque these down once the car is on the floor, and then I'm gonna re-torque them once I get to the track. 80 foot-pounds, you know what it is. All right, let's get the other side done. Ooh, new angle unlocked, huh? So I will say, one of the things that I do like a lot about this track day is I get to put a new sticker on the back of the STI. I'll show you that in a bit. Whoa. And one thing that I really preach about going to the track is doing your oil change beforehand. So change your oil right before for 2 reasons. One, you always want to have fresh, new lubricating oil in your engine when you're going to be sending her pretty hard. And second is it kind of gives you an opportunity to get underneath the car, do any final checks, see if there are any leaks, because you'd rather find out right now than at the track when it becomes significantly more expensive to catch a mistake. So I'm just gonna get down here and see. I don't really see anything. Looks like my drain plugs are all torqued down. Looks like all the stuff that was here before is still here now. And I don't see like any coolant leaks. I don't see any oil leaks aside, you know, from the oil that's dripping out of my oil filter as I'm draining it. Everything looks to be in its correct placement, which is sweet. I'll actually run you through the tech inspection sheet that I'll be using to make sure that this thing's up to snuff. That's something that you usually have to fill out before you hit the track, turn it in. They'll give you the car once over, make sure it's safe to drive. And then, but yeah, I'll go over that with you probably either in the office or on the bench. So, like I said, doing an oil change on the STI before the track day. And I just wanted to bring up a little hot tip here. If you have aftermarket headers and you don't want oil kind of dripping onto them, just put some aluminum foil here and that'll catch all of the drippings that come off the oil filter. And then once you're done changing your oil and your filter, you just take that off and all of a sudden you don't have to worry about that really gross oil burning smell underneath your car. Hope this helps. Oil is drained, gonna fill her up. Then I'm gonna put on the rear tires, slam her down on the ground, torque everything into spec, and then we'll be ready to send her. As promised, this is the tech sheet that I said I would go over. So first and foremost, driver safety. You got to make sure that you have a Snell approved helmet, that if you have a roll bar, that your roll bar is safe and well installed, that your seat belts work, and that you have proper fitting clothing. So, no open-toed shoes, that you're wearing all cotton clothing in case there's a fire. Brakes, make sure that your rotors aren't warped, make sure that your pads are new, that your fluid is flushed. Tires, don't run 5-year-old tires on the track. You're gonna have a bad time. Steering and suspension. If you just installed coilovers, make sure you torque everything. Make sure you get in alignment. Make sure there's no slop in your steering. Make sure you flush your power steering fluid reservoir. Engine and drivetrain. Again, like I said, leaks is for geeks. Do not leak stuff on track. They will not let you on there. It ruins the experience for both yourself and everyone else on the track. And then the rest is make sure that your windshield isn't cracked, that your brakes work, and if you are recording, which most people are, that all your recording equipment inside and outside of the car is secured properly. And this is why a tire gauge is so important to have. So I should be shooting for about 35 PSI in the front, and let's see what we are. 29. That means that I have to fill these up before I head to the track. Again, this is one of the things that you got to check before you head to the track. Check your tire pressures, tighten down your lug nuts, check your engine oil, check your coolant. Make sure that you're ready to hit the track before you get there. The track is not a garage for you to work on your car. The track is a track for you to drive your car on. And one of the things that I am taking out of the car before I leave are my floor mats. This is usually a no-no on the track because your foot can get stuck underneath them, and they're in general kind of a fire hazard if your car does catch on fire. So most tracks don't allow for these to be there. So I'm just gonna be taking mine out of the car. Okay, so I'm currently in a little bit of a predicament. It was supposed to rain today. As you can see, it's clear skies. Just check the weather. Around 4, which is when the driver's meeting is, the weather app says that it will rain, but then after that, all day it's gonna be sunny. And I'm kind of wondering, should I risk it and do my 200 Trover tires that I really want to try out, or should I just stick to the Michelins? I'm kind of leaning sticking to the Michelin just because I already have them on the car and they're torqued down. It's gonna be a colder day. It would be cool to run the Advans, but I think I might just run the Michelins. So I've got all of my equipment loaded in the back. If you can see, I have a lawn chair out there. It's one of the things people forget to bring is seating. You don't want to sit on the ground while you're waiting for your next heat. I've got in the blue bag and the beige bag my camera equipment. Red bag is my helmet, as well as torque wrench, and I've got my impacts and sockets in here just in case anything goes wrong. Hopefully nothing does go wrong because we've done a whole series about getting my STI track prepped. Let me just close this down here. I'll show you this right here. Always love looking at these. Got the VP race jugs in the back, and I also got some oil and coolant just chilling down here. Tire pressures are all good. 35 in the front, 34 in the rear. Everything, I just checked my engine oil. Engine oil is topped up. Fresh oil change on STI, just as you saw. Coolant is topped up. And clutch, brake fluid, all of it looks good. Fresh air filter, everything looks solid. So I'm hoping that we just get on track and have a good time. Oh, can't forget the access port. Gotta be, even though I have Defi gauge pods to monitor things mechanically, I do like to monitor knock on track, so I'm gonna bring that as well. We're in the STI, getting ready to go fill up on some gas. Let's go to the track, guys. All right, so I just filled up with $109 worth of gas. It's tough. It's tough out here, but if you want to go fast, that's what you got to do. All right, as you can see, just filled up on gas. We're running a little late. Traffic was pretty brutal today. Not sure why it took me like an hour to get across Portland, but we should be able to make it just in time for the driver's meeting. I'll check in with you once I'm all checked in and I'm sitting in the seat learning about PIR. All right, catching you guys later.
Single file around the track. We're going to be highway speeds.
All right, we just had our first session. We're gonna go on our second one. I'm not gonna record it just yet because my tires aren't warm. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Pretty excited. So let's go get it. We're gridded up right now. I'll check with you after.
At me, I get lonely, but if you're at the front of a group and there's a whole bunch of cars behind you.
All right, so just had a second session, just had a driver's meeting, and car did really good. I might have glazed my brakes. So I don't know if you can see that. They're kind of different colors right now, which is fine. But I think next session, I'm just gonna take it easy and see, just give them a good test. If it ends up that I've glazed them, I might just pack it up and go home. I wanna be safe. But overall, car's doing good. I'm not seeing a lot of feedback knock or anything on the access port. But yeah, I think next session I'm just gonna actually send it. I'll actually put you guys on the GoPro, take you inside, mic up the intake, and see how it goes. Hopefully things go good and I have a successful track day. If not, you know, 3 hot sessions is more than enough for me.
pretty happy with how that turned out. Engine temps are good. Only got a little bit of feedback knocks, probably from running over some rocks. Dam's at 1. I'm happy. All right, so that was the last session. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm getting ready to get home, so I've already packed everything in the trunk. The VP race jugs are in the back. I'm letting the car cool down a little bit before I hop on the highway. Overall, great experience. If you can do Track Night America, I highly recommend it. And I mean, just look at this gorgeous view. I mean, it doesn't get better than being out here in Portland and just driving your car. You got 2007 STI. I was able to resolve some of the issues with my access port. I don't know what happened. Maybe it was just loose connection, but she stayed stable for that last session. So I'm just gonna check my oil here, make sure I'm all topped up, and then I'm head home. I had a real fun blast. The build up to this with that 8-part series on the Get My STI track preps was totally worth it. I'm probably gonna do a couple more of these this season. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.